Howdy, I'm talking to the camera again, and this time it's about Chibi Robo. In the last 6 months or so, I've played a decent amount of Chibi Robo, and now I want to think about it. I'm I'm really not sure why I've been making videos on YouTube. Well, I guess I'm often working on one screen, and then it's nice just having a YouTube video playing on another screen, so I can listen to someone play a video game or talk about video games or something like that. And so I guess I've been doing it myself because I want to take control. I want to be player one in my life. So I'm gonna get a little bit Matt Pat. What the heck is this game about? It's a game. It's a video game for children. It's not a holy book, but I want to make it into a holy book. Let's make it into a holy book. The summary of the game is that there's a family that has serious problems. This family, the Sandersons, they have emotional problems, they have financial problems. The father makes robots. He works he used to have a job in a company that makes robots. But he has a problem. He keeps buying robots, he keeps buying toys, and so at one point he buys us. He buys the Chibi Robo. He buys Chibi Robo for his daughter as a birthday present. And so as Chibi Robo, we clean up the house and we help the family with its financial problems and its emotional problems. But we are also a source of its emotional problems and financial problems. Can you do me a favor, Chibo? See if you can find a hidden toy receipt. Mr. Sanderson, Mr. Sanderson, Mr. Sanderson. This should be a safe place. How do you hide something from a robot you hired to clean the house? Hello, Jenny. I'm about to ruin your parents' marriage. Sorry, Jenny. Toy receipt. Oh, let's see here. I told him it's a waste of moolah to buy toys. Why is that so hard to understand? That insensitive jerk! And also, all the toys are alive. All the toys in the game are alive, sort of Toy Story style. And you can talk to most of the animals by putting on a costume of an animal. What are the frogs supposed to be about? You want to make it rain? Let's make it rain. I'm glad to be magical. So animals have apparently magical powers, but they need a robot occasionally to help them with the magical powers. Oh, yeah. So, is it saying that when he puts on the suit, he does have the power of a frog? For whatever point the game is trying to make, maybe I'm looking too deep into this game. Okay, he gave me 100 happy points. Are you going to give me any moolah? No, animals don't have moolah. Oh, and poor Jenny. Oh, she's a frog. She just is a frog. You know, I'm a squid. Look at all these tentacles I've got. Jenny's a frog. So how do we interpret this? The way I guess that I've generally been interpreting it is that it's trying to make some statement about consciousness. There are humans in the game. There are 3 humans, 3 whole humans in that game. There are robots in the game. Well, we've got Chibi Robo, we've got Giga Robo, and we have Telly. Ugh. And then after toys, we also have animals, and then we also have plants. So there's a whole hierarchy of creatures in this game. And I think the game is making some sort of statement about where consciousness comes from in this hierarchy. Oh, and there are aliens too. The aliens can make things conscious. I suppose the player as Chibi Robo is walking between all of these different hierarchies. Oh, he is a robot. He can talk to the humans. Well, Chibi Robo can't talk at all. Telly can talk, unfortunately. He can sing too. Oh. But Chibi Robo can interact between the humans and the toys and the animals, and the animals and the other animals. He does talk to a plant. Well, he talks to a funky plant, which I think is a toy. And he also talks to the best eggplant ever, a super eggplant. And so it's an eggplant, but it's alive, so it's a living plant. So there are plants. Plants can be alive. Are you a toy? Are you a plant? What are you? I am the exalted Kig Eggplant. I owe you a big debt. In return, I will turn you into an eggplant. You want to become an eggplant? Heck yes, I do. Oh, very well then. Oof. You're an eggplant! So sometimes we can be a frog, sometimes we can be an eggplant. What do you think? You look great! And the ladies love eggplant. Did this game come out before the eggplant emoji was known to be a very phallic image? Maybe eggplants have always been a phallic image. And one thing I forgot to mention, spiders. Spiders are robots too. But spiders are evil robots. You shoot them, you explode them, and you collect their pieces, and you make them into friendly robots. You make them into, you turn them into utilibots, which help you around. It's very sort of purity and danger, very Mary Douglas, where we are Chibi Robo, and we have problems with spiders, and spiders are our enemy. But if we didn't have spiders, and we couldn't kill spiders and take their scraps, well, we wouldn't even be able to get around the house. But you can't talk to the spiders. You can talk to the humans, or you can understand the humans. You can't talk to the humans. You can say yes or no to the humans. You can understand the humans. You can understand the animals. You can understand the toys. You can't understand the spiders. Oh, it's really dehumanizing them. Well, not dehumanizing them, but it's depriving them of any concept of consciousness. We don't know anything about these spiders. We never will know anything about these spiders. Ah, circuit breakers. I'm sorry, Chibi Robo. This is all my fault. It is, sort of. Because I was the one who designed those nasty spiders. Ooh. General Sanderson. What? You never told me that. They're keeping secrets from each other. Maybe that's something the toys are telling us. Yeah, Ribbit. I designed the spiders to be your friends, Chibi Robo, but you're a bad designer. Although, they are sort of my friends because I need to kill them and take their body parts in order to make the utilibots. So, yeah. But then the company reprogrammed them to be hostile and cruel. Why did they do that? Where's the money in there? And speaking of Mary Douglas, Mary Kondo, Japanese woman and philosopher, I suppose, who has written works about how to be happy by cleaning out parts of your life. Maybe, I don't know if Chibi Robo is intentionally a comment on Mary Kondo, but it really resonates there. Thanks, little buddy. Look at all the happy points. Is he gonna ask for those happy points back after he reads that letter? Spread the happiness. I think the toys within the game's storyline, the toys are absolutely conscious. I mean, they were aliens. The aliens made those toys conscious because aliens can do that. Holy cow! I did. I really did. I gave Drake Redcrest my love letter. Oh my gosh. He didn't, what? I'm sorry, what? Sophie? The dog toy? Sophie. She had a soul! I want to understand the meaning of this game, or whatever this game is trying to say, and the toy literally just had a soul that flew out of him. Whatever you call a genuine consciousness, the toys apparently have it. They're having the qualia. They're not zombies. But I think within the subtext of interpreting the game presents all these toys as representing different aspects of the family's emotional problems. Oh, and the animals too. We have frogs, which interact with each other in harmful ways, mirroring the Sandersons. You got hurt because you didn't listen to me, as usual. Get another girlfriend, man. Maybe I was better off as a dinosaur snack. I'm sorry if we caused any trouble. See you later. Oh, so I got happy points. I must have... who did I get the happy points from? She's not happy. She thinks her boyfriend is a loser. He's not happy because he would rather have been eaten by a Tyrannosaurus Rex. Where are the happy points coming from? Who gets to decide? Oh, and she's picking him up and... Help me? Just wait till you see what's in store for you. That poor frog! Are you okay, Mr. Frog? There are several toys having love stories. So there are stories where a woman toy is in love with a man toy, even though the man toy doesn't seem to like them. There are stories where a man toy is in love with a woman toy, even though the woman toy doesn't seem to love them. And generally those stories end with a relationship. So I'd suppose the toys are sort of a Jenny's childish perspective of her own family. It's difficult for her to interpret her parents. She's having a hard time. She's having a hard life as a frog, but using these toys, she can understand her mother's and father's relationships from other angles. Although I don't really want to necessarily say that the whole game is from Jenny's perspective, because the mom and dad, they also have their own funky side. I mean, the dad obviously likes toys. It makes sense that the dad might think of his family in terms of toys. He thinks of himself as a toy. What will you do, honey? What are you gonna do? I'd turn into Drake Redcrest and save the world, of course. This is what the game is about. The connections that people have to toys and self-identities and stuff like that. Space Hunter Drake Redcrest away! Oh, I like her just... Oh. You see what I have to deal with? My husband is such a geek. And Lady Sanderson wouldn't have married Mr. Sanderson if she didn't have her own funky side. There's that handsome devil, Funky Phil, the flower. General Sanderson isn't in here, so all this stuff is Lady Sanderson. All Night Funky, what's going on here? Okay, and Mrs. Sanderson isn't gonna wake up? She's right there. This sounds loud. I'm imagining that the girl T-Rex is Mrs. Sanderson, appreciating Mr. Sanderson, General Sanderson, appreciating his funkiness, even though she also has a lot of aspects of him that she has difficulty appreciating, or in fact that she doesn't like at all. Because she's sleeping right there, it makes me think that this is supposed to be a reference to some aspect of her psyche. Okay, we have multiple perspectives on making children, which is weird. There's the love story underneath Jenny's bed, where we don't know how these children are made. They just sort of walk out one day. I want to introduce you to someone. Right, dear? Are they having a kid? Are they allowed to have a kid? Come out now. Oh, they have 2 kids! I want to introduce you to both of them. Soy! Chibi Robo. How did they do this? How? What? If I... What a game! Okay. And then in the parents' room, the relationship between toys, they have children as well, but it's slightly more biologically accurate. It's not, they're not talking the birds and the bees, but you've got the funky sweat. How are you gonna find yourself a good little missus if you ain't got no spunk? Huh. Funky Phil! Something fell off ya! If it's a seed, should you plant it? He's not saying I should plant it, he asks if I should plant it. And I think the answer is yes. Yes, I should plant it. Funky sweat. Was that enough funky sweat? Oh, there we go, more funky sweat. Oh, this game. And then the game also presents a number of interpretations of death. We have a Giga Robo. Giga Robo is sort of dead. He seems like a corpse, and we're bringing him back. We can bring back a corpse. Yar, if ye could only speak to me, Giga Robo. What? Is he dead? Robots don't die, you flying buoy. And Funky Phil the flower. He dies too. Oh. What's going on? Mr. Funky Phil! Funky Phil, are you okay? I'm talking to you. Oh no, Funky Phil. How can someone so funky die? It's just not possible. This game is about consciousness, and this game is about funkiness. They have a concert in Funky Phil's memory, but they never get Funky Phil back. Actually, hold on, let me check this walkthrough. Go back to the bedroom and talk to Dinah again, and gain the sticker. Oh, you know, I never actually got the sticker. They can't bring Funky Phil back, can they? They wouldn't bring back Funky Phil and Giga Robo. We brought back a Giga Robo. You can't bring back Funky Phil. That corpse is still here, right? Yeah, there's this. Okay, and now, okay, I was about to mention this. Dinah here, she used to be a T-Rex, and now she is still a T-Rex, but in the middle there, she drew up some plans to turn into a truck, and then she turned into a truck. I think the Daddy Sanderson turned her into a truck, and now apparently she can turn back into a T-Rex. This game is saying something about identity. It's saying something. Oh, Funky Phil! Oh, they're all looking at their father's corpse. Well, he's not really their father. He never accepted them as his children. And there's no need for you to worry none about these young'uns. Never. Well, he never worried about those young'uns. Give those flowers to Funky Phil. Goodbye. So this is like a funeral. You don't have a lot of children's games with funerals in it. It's a brave game, maybe. No way. Okay, so this sounds like alien music. Are the aliens bringing him back? I don't remember this at all. Oh my gosh. Oh, dearie me. Yeah, baby! I'm back from hell! Oh my gosh. How? Okay, seriously, how though? You're alive! What you talking about, Dinah? Of course I'm alive! Oh. You was dead! Now you're back! So how'd you manage to come back to life? Yes, please explain this. Maybe you're gonna explain the whole game. Tell us about the afterlife, please. Now you can dance again. Oh. He has a plug. You know, you'd think that if the toys were alive, they would have figured out the plugs at this point. We wouldn't have to find out this lesson. They would have just said, "Oh, I accidentally pressed this plug." No, they killed him again. Okay, but he's still alive. Okay, I hope he remembers his life every time he comes back to life. Why are y'all staring at me like that? Don't turn your dad off. Did I do something wrong? Yes. I shouldn't tell him he did something wrong. He's living his life. Sometimes, like, if someone puts you in a coma, apparently, I wouldn't blame that on the person who's having a coma. Okay, well, all I can say is yes. Yeah, okay, so Chibi Robo says yes. You did something wrong. Don't turn off your dad! I got the Dinah sticker. I got the Funky Phil sticker. You sure are amazing, Chibi Robo. They killed their dad, and they left their dad down. Pick up your dad. Oh. So I'm learning more about this game even now. That scene really brings me back to my dad. I've mentioned this a couple times on my channel that my dad died about 2.5 years ago now. And I think I've been through experiences sort of like those kids have been through, maybe, where my father would be in a state where I wasn't sure if he would be alive or dead tomorrow, and the next day he was alive, or one time he was dead. So the game is saying something. The game is saying something. Anyway, let's get back to my list. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we've got some children, we've got some death, and we do have some gender. I mean, we've got the gender relations between the dad and the mom, and we have the toys in different love relationships, but none of those are sexual relationships, except maybe the flower with his funky sweat. But then we've got a Chibi Robo who has a plug, and he plugs himself into walls. And then we have the aliens who just have the female plugs. They have plugs. Can I plug my plug into an alien's butt? How do the alien... Oh, I like this game. This game is saying something. Alien is amigo. Want to meet amigo. Oh, poor aliens. Okay, turn around. Just look. I'm an amigo right here. Stay. Okay. Can I just? No, you're not allowed to. Okay. I tried. Remember to ask, squidlings. It's important to ask. What a game. And the aliens look a lot like Chibi Robo and Giga Robo. They're basically robot likes, but they've got feminine aspects instead of male plugs or something. But also at the end of the game, they're not masculine or feminine. They're actually squids. They fly away. They're squids. Return to planet. But you're our friends too. How come? Whoa! He's turning into a squid? Earth has bad air. Hello, Mr. Squid. And he's turning into a squid? Earth icky, return home. And what are you? He's another squid. This game has imagery that I just don't know what to do with. Maybe the aliens were looking like robots, specifically because the first thing they met was Giga Robo. Ooh, I like that. Wow. And so, I think, as per usual on this channel, somehow, the game has brought me back to Buddhism. It has imagery from Eastern religions, and it's not great imagery. We've got the Great Pico. The Great Pico is obviously a fraud, but he's a fraud who has 4 legs. He has 4 legs, some that he walks around on, and some that are always in meditation. And by looking like a guru who's always in meditation, he cons everyone around him. Well, mostly the pirate and Chibi Robo, if you let him do it. I just don't like any part of him, but let's try gambling with him. We know it's a bad idea, but we can try gambling. Another sucker. Okay, well maybe we won't gamble with him. Fine. I mean, moolah corrupts the soul. That's why he wants moolah, right? Everything is nothing. Entrapment is release. Abandonment is friendship. Yeah, for a little bit, he sounded like a Mahayana Buddhist. Cosmos embraces you with love. Okay, yeah, vaguely Mahayana Buddhist-ish. But then I think the game also does present some imagery, which can be interpreted in a Buddhist sense. what's really coming to mind is small robots and gigantic robots. In the Lotus Sutra, Shakyamuni Buddha, the historical Buddha, says that he's not just the historical Buddha, he's also the cosmic Buddha. So there's a human-sized Buddha and there's a gigantic Buddha. And that's what I see when I see a tiny little Chibi Robo and a gigantic Giga Robo. He is alive! So we've got like a Buddha and a cosmic Buddha? Or something? It's something. This game is something. The game is saying something. And then Giga Robo picks up Chibi Robo and puts him on his shoulder. And I think when I saw that, I saw Avalokiteshvara carrying Amida Buddha on her forehead. I'm not really sure why I'm having these thoughts, but right now I'm seeing Avalokiteshvara, because Avalokiteshvara, they have Amida Buddha on top of their head. So I want Giga Robo to put Chibi Robo on top of their head and make some weird statement. The game is weird, it gets to make weird statements. So there's a lot of imagery to go around. And if you present one guru who's obviously a scam, you're allowed to have imagery of gurus or entities that are legitimate somehow. So anyway, I think I've thought about this game enough. I'm gonna keep playing, oh, look at that. I'm gonna play Wario World now. It's very frustrating sometimes. I haven't gotten to the most frustrating parts, but I'll get there. I'm gonna get there. And I think I'll keep thinking of stuff that happened in Chibi Robo and keep thinking, oh man, I should have mentioned that. I mean, I just realized that you actually bring one of the dead characters back to life again. Oh. But I guess the point of the game is something that it keeps telling you again and again. You just gotta spread the happiness. So, spread the happiness. Bye-bye. By the way, I've got a Patreon at patreon.com/Thinkster. I want to thank all these squidlings and elder squids. Thanks.